This is the spare room we have, and it's just basically a closet right now. And I'm storing all of my market stuff and yarn in here for the time being. But these are the 2 turtles I made this week, the cat I made, and this Dachshund I made all this week. And the market is on Saturday and 3 more days. I'm meeting my friends at this cute little restaurant called Love Song. This is a nice area at the oceanfront in Virginia Beach, and they have some cute locally owned businesses and restaurants that are really good. I actually haven't tried this restaurant out, but it is one of my friend who's meeting me there's favorite restaurant. She goes at least once a week. So tomorrow is my last market for the year, and it always happens this way. This week has been unusually warm. It was 70 one day and in the 60s, and then of course tomorrow on Saturday, the day of the market, it drops down and it's going to be in the 30s and super windy. Some people who were a part of the market have already dropped out for tomorrow. I follow them all on Instagram, and of course they post, oh, I'm not going to be at tomorrow's market. It's going to be too cold and windy. But I'm hanging in there. I'm still hoping that people will come out for last minute Christmas gifts. It has been a little frustrating because we're in this Airbnb and it's really tight, and I haven't been able to set up my sewing machine or anything, so I haven't been able to make anything, which is good and bad. Like I really wanted to make more makeup bags, and I wanted to make some Kindle and iPad sleeves, but I just haven't had the time or the space to unpack my stuff and set up all my things. So I'm just gonna I still have quite a bit of stuff, just a few makeup bags though. We'll see how tomorrow goes. Of course, like I said, I want to get rid of most of my inventory because when we move again and travel for work, I don't want to bring all that stuff with me, or I really can't because we don't have that much room. So hopefully tomorrow, most of my scrunchies and headbands will sell. I did make a few more crochet items. I made another cat, another Dachshund, and some more turtles. So yeah, it's only from 9 to 12. It's a really short market. So I'm just hoping that I can make a couple $100s at least. And it's up in the air. We were really hoping that we would get to go to Arizona, but the job that we wanted fell through. Like somebody else got it before my boyfriend did, so we can't go to that job. And then we applied to one in Florida, and it doesn't seem like it's a good fit. So it is almost January, and we still don't know where we're going. It usually happens pretty quick, but because it's the holidays, a lot of management is on vacation, so he hasn't got the call back right away. So we're probably not going to find out where we're going or find a job until the last week of December. So it's all up in the air, which kind of stresses me out because I don't know what to pack for. Like I like to do things early and get things straight I don't like to do things last minute, so I really wanted to pack like all of our clothes. And so I don't know if we're going somewhere warm or cold or in between. I really have no idea. I'm still hoping that we get to go to Arizona, but I want to go to like a nice city. I don't want to go in the middle of nowhere. There was a job opening that was in the middle of like the desert and with a population of 3,000 people, and there was literally nothing around for hours. And I was like, no, I'm not going there. So fingers crossed that we find a really cool place to go, and that they have markets there, and they have fun stuff to do, and they have craft stores there. So yeah, I gotta wake up early tomorrow for the market. Not too early, 7 a.m. And like I said, it's the same market I did a couple weeks ago, and it's right down the street, so I don't have to drive too far. But it will be very cold. But I will see you guys in the morning for market day. Good morning, guys. Here we are again, another really cold, blustery market day. You can see the wind blowing. It's breezy right now, but it says gust up to 35 miles an hour. So I'm definitely not gonna be using my tent. So I wanted to be on the street instead of the park, closer to the farmer's market. And I got on the street, but not as close to the farmer's market as I want. So when I check in this morning, I'm gonna ask them if anybody canceled and see if I can get closer to the farmer's market street, because I know the farmer's market's always busier, you know, where all the food is. So we'll see what happens when I check in, but I'm not gonna be bringing my tent or setting that up, so it'll be a little bit easier, because I know when it is really windy, even though I have a bunch of weights on there, the wind still picks up the tent, and then you have to hold on to it sometimes. So don't want to be worrying about that. So I'm gonna make my tea, finish getting the last of my stuff, and I'm gonna head over there. See you there. Well, here I am again in this wonderful hoodie mask. But so unfortunately I did not get the spot on the street that I wanted, because so many people canceled that they're just putting everyone in the park, because they usually fill up the park first and then put people on the street, or you can request to be on the street. And I requested to be on the street, but since so many people canceled, they said they want to keep everyone in the park. So I'm basically in the same spot I was last time. So I'm just hoping people come out and I make a couple $100. Now I was hoping that I would have that money, you know, to recoup my expenses and buy new materials, but things don't always happen that way. My poor little puppy, I had to take her to the vet because the past few days her face was swollen and it got worse and worse. So I took her to the vet, and it looks like she has some kind of infection, and one of her teeth are really bad, so they have to pull it. So I spent $300 at the vet yesterday when I took her for blood work and the appointment and antibiotics. And then I have to take her back for a dental cleaning and a tooth extraction, which is going to be $500. So it looks like all the money I'm making at the market is going to be going to her vet bills, but I guess at least I have something to cover it. And I will have to see if I get any money for Christmas that I can buy more materials with. Yeah, it's weird when you're not working and you're not making any money. Of course, my boyfriend, you know, pays for everything financially, but I don't want to be like, hey, can I have $500 to buy more fabric and more materials? But we'll see. Hoping for a good turnout today, and I'm gonna get out of this car and go set up my stuff. The wind gust unfortunately kept knocking over all of my stuff. My pegboards fell over several times. Scrunchies were flying everywhere. My makeup bags were flying everywhere. So I had to make the decision to take them all down, the pegboards, and put most of my stuff in bins. Luckily, I had the bins that I bring my stuff in. All right, this is my setup because the wind is knocking everything over. So I'm just gonna have to put everything in bins. I made this guy, these turtles. I had to put these in a bin because they kept blowing over. It is definitely very, very windy. Some people are still setting up, and it is literally like 9 o'clock. It took me all that time to take down my stuff after I already set it up and rearrange it and put it in bins. And I did not have enough time to go get my treats from the farmer's market in. Even with one weight on it. Well, the live music is about to start, so I won't be able to record. I'll have to put music over everything. So one last look. There's a big line at the farmer's market. There's also another market going on down the street that's usually really busy that will hopefully bring some traffic to us. A lot of people canceled. I would probably say like 10 vendors canceled, maybe more. Oh, there goes my stuff. I never did get to walk over to the farmer's market side because it got pretty busy, so I couldn't leave my stand or my booth. So I didn't get to see who was over there or get any tasty treats. I ended up putting rocks from my tent weights into the makeup bags. I had these small sealable gift bags, so I took some rocks from my tent weights and put them in the bags and then put them in the makeup bags because they kept blowing off of my table every minute, but it did work out well. Here's my little book where I write down all my cash transactions and my Venmo transactions so I remember what I sold. And then here's everything I bring, my little envelope to keep my change in and put cash people give me, and my little square reader that it hooks on my phone, and my pens, and my business license, and some tags, and of course some paper towels are in there. And I always bring a little bag with me. This lady over here with the candles sold almost all. This is all she has left. She absolutely killed it, and I saw her refill her table several times. It makes me want to rethink everything and be a candle maker. Maybe sometime in the future I will add candles when I get the space to do it. Hi guys! Hope you're having a wonderful weekend, and it's only 3 days till Christmas, so happy holidays to everybody. I just wanted to pop on here and give you my market recap. So it was very cold and windy like you saw. Nobody was using their tents, only a couple people, and I think most of them took their tent down or took the top off because the wind gusts were just crazy. I set up my tables and the wind gusts knocked blew my entire tables over. So like you saw, I put my tent weights on the table. Everything was blowing off. All my gift bags, I had to put them in there. All my pegboards for my scrunchies. So I got there at 8, and it usually only takes me like 45 minutes, so I had time to walk around. But this time I didn't, because after I set up all my displays, they just kept blowing over so many times, like a second after I set it back up. So I took those down and reconfigured everything and put my scrunchies in the bin, put my gift bags in a bin, and yeah, so it was a lot of picking things up and holding things down most of the day. But the market's only 3 hours long, and even though it was cold, I think when I got up it said it felt like 20 degrees. People did come out, they were having another market down the street, which is a flea market, which is really popular, and people always come out for the food part, the farmer's market. But yeah, overall it was good. I, let's see, wrote everything down here. So I made a total of $473. $266 of that was on my Square reader for the credit cards, and you can also tap to pay on there, like from their phone if they have Apple Pay. So that's all a couple people did pay with Apple Pay. So that's credit cards and Apple Pay. My phone usually works well with just the tapping. For some reason, I think I've said this in a past video, it never taps for a metal credit card. Like people will pay with the metal American Express card and it will never tap on my phone. So I do have to plug in that little reader that goes into your phone. They send that to you for free. So I had to do that a couple times, but it went through fine. I made $35 on Venmo and then $172 in cash. So like I said, $473 total. It was a $30 market vendor fee. I was kind of hoping, last year when I did this, they came around and they said they were not collecting the fee, that it was a Christmas present, so the market was actually free. I was really hoping they were going to do that again, but no such luck. So I did have to pay the $30 vendor fee, and then my Square fees were $8.33. So that left me with a total of $434.67. It's better than I thought. The last one that I went to 2 weeks ago was pretty slow, and I only made like $200 and something. But yeah, I'm happy with that. Like I said, now most of it is going to go to my doggy's vet bills, but at least I have something to cover it, and then I'll just have to get some money from somewhere to buy more fabric and yarn and supplies. But I'm sure I will. Everything works out. But yeah, overall, I'm happy. I got to see a couple of my vendor friends. So that's going to be it for this market vlog. I'm not going to have any markets, of course. It's the slow season, and I don't usually do any markets until February when I have a home base. So like I said, we have no idea where we're going. So I might do a market wherever we're at for Valentine's Day, but I'm definitely just going to work on my whole business. I am going to make my Shopify website again, because I had one in the past and it just wasn't worth it when I was doing markets all the time. My main income was from markets and I wasn't concentrating on it, so I didn't want to pay the monthly fee. But I am going to set that back up and concentrate more on my social media and my TikTok and my website. And yeah, maybe I'll make a video on how I set up my Shopify website. If anybody wants to see that, let me know in the comments and I can use that as my next video idea. But thank you guys so much for supporting me and watching my videos, and I will see you on the next one. Merry Christmas.